Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the War Train here, and first off, I want to say happy 4th of July to everybody out there that's watching on the 4th. I really appreciate you stopping by on an awesome holiday. Everybody, I hope you have a great 4th and be extra careful out there and safe. But before we get into it, guys, if you're new to the channel and you're not already subscribed, think about subscribing. Now, this video is going to be a reply to my good buddy Matt from the channel Chillscissors. He called me out in a community challenge. We haven't done one of these in a while, so it was time. And Matt's community challenge was the top 5 games that you have that you started playing and you absolutely loved it, got totally hooked into it, and had to 100% it, whatever, or got really close, or have played multiple times because you just absolutely love the game. Now, this was hard for me because in the last couple years, man, I have been just running through some very large games, and some of them are so good they have just completely hooked me. So this was tough to kind of narrow it down. I kind of cheated a little bit and threw in a bonus one since 2 are from the same franchise. But yeah, can't wait to show you guys what these are. Thanks, Matt, for calling upon me to enter this challenge. But with that said, guys, let's check out these 5 games. So the first game I'm going to show you guys is a remaster. Now, this is one that when this game originally came out, or these couple games first came out, I played into them, but I never beat any of them. So when I found out that they were putting all 3 of these games from a trilogy on the one disc, remastering them in 4K with just, you know, updated graphics and stuff, I was on board, and this was a day one pickup. And this is no other than the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. This is an amazing, amazing game. And I consider it one game because it is just one long story. If you play straight through, your characters and decisions can carry over, which is absolutely amazing. And there is not many games like this, to be honest. I can't think of many that, you know, and the ones that are maybe are from this developer. But wow, what an amazing trilogy. This is sci-fi writing at its absolutely finest and RPG at its very finest. I mean, decisions you make in this game, with them carrying over or having major effects in the game or for characters, is absolutely amazing. And the fact that they did this years ago on much weaker consoles, that, you know, today they even struggle to do stuff like this, just tells you how great these 3 games are, you know, as a total package. I started playing this and I could not stop. I went straight through the whole trilogy, all the DLC, and I just felt like I needed more. So when this game came on Xbox Games Pass, I had to download it day one and start a new playthrough with, you know, a different character that I made. And I just absolutely love this. You know, being remastered, this game looks amazing still, even though some of these games are pretty old. This game holds up for sure. So I highly recommend this. I have put so much time into this game. I must have spent 2 months straight of just doing nothing but playing Mass Effect Legendary Edition. It was like I got home from work, I was playing Mass Effect. On the weekends, I was grinding out 10 to 14 hours, just loving every minute of it. So this definitely had to make this list. Now the next one is one that was a big surprise on the Nintendo Switch. You know, and most of us, we didn't expect this at all. It came absolutely out of nowhere, and that is Metroid Dread. Metroid Dread is such an amazing game. I was blown away when I first seen the gameplay, but I didn't know how good this game was going to be. Just the story, the lore, all that good stuff is there, but more than anything else, just that excellent Metroid gameplay. And this game plays better than any other Metroid there is. I mean, it is so damn smooth and fluid, and just everything is responsive and fast. This game is definitely polished, and wow, did they do a good job on this. You know, and this game definitely has replayability. I played this game originally, you know, started day one, played through it on normal, and it was tough for me. I ain't gonna lie, I struggled on some of the bosses and stuff, but just kept at it. And then once you beat it, you unlock the hard mode, and I once I started playing hard mode, I just got better at the game. And for me, there was like no going back to normal mode. So much that did I like this game that I had to actually try to speed run it. Something I've never done. I've never tried to speed run something, but if you beat this game in under 4 hours, you unlock everything there is in the game. And that was definitely an incentive to me to try to speed run it. So I kept playing it over and over and over, and I never did quite crack that 4 hours. I stopped playing when I was like 4 hours and 3 minutes. I just got so mad. I was like, all right, I got to take a break from this. But this is a game I will be replaying many times in the future. Such an amazing one. I put a ton of time into this game and loved every second of it. This next one was a day one release on the PlayStation 5, and even until now is one of my favorite PS5 games, and that is the Demon's Souls remake by Blue Point Games. This game is absolutely amazing. This is some of the best graphics I've seen on any console to date. It just looks absolutely amazing. The original art direction that they had, and the gameplay, an absolute blast and so good. But man, when you put that like next gen coat of paint on this thing, it looks absolutely amazing. And just the performance, which I had to play this in the performance mode, playing this at 60 FPS, definitely the way to go. The graphics don't take too much of a hit. It's definitely worth the trade-off because it plays so damn smooth. And being a hard game, you kind of want that little extra bit of frame rate there. So I could not stop playing this. This definitely has the replay value. You'll have to beat this a couple times to basically get everything in the game. You just cannot get it on one playthrough. And some of the stuff you're going to need at least 2 to 3 playthroughs to get it. Especially if you make the wrong decision or don't get something that you should have got. Because this game does award exploration and stuff like that. There is a reverse world where you can basically flip the world, and it's can only be done in dark world or full light world tendency, which is a whole system that this game got, and I didn't fully understand how that worked my first like 1.5 playthroughs until I fully grasped it. Then I couldn't get everything in the game because it takes you knowing how to work that system to get these like hidden coins around the world that you need a certain amount to basically unlock a hidden door that you can only get in one mode, the reverse world mode, and get this set of armor. The Penetrator boss's armor, it is the like most hidden thing in the game, and it is super hard to get. It's definitely something you almost need a walkthrough to get it. Thanks to anybody out there that made these walkthroughs, because wow, it is pretty in-depth and there is a lot of stuff you have to do to get it. So I could not stop playing this until I got that Penetrator's armor, and then I just still loved the game so much that I had to just keep playing to get all the different weapons, to level a bunch of them up to the very top that I could, so I could just go around and slaughter bosses and stuff that I struggled on earlier in the game. So Demon's Souls Remake 100% was going to be on this list. And this next one, such an amazing game, been out for a bit now on the Nintendo Switch, a launch title, and that is no other than The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. An amazing open world game by Nintendo. Honestly, I didn't know if Nintendo had it in them to make an open world game like this, and in my opinion, they definitely delivered. This game, the exploration in this just was second to none. I had such an amazing time in this land of Hyrule, in this version of the Zelda game. It definitely threw me back to the original Legend of Zelda game. So many throwbacks, and I just absolutely love that. And it gave me that same feeling that I had as a kid playing through the original Legend of Zelda, where you could just go anywhere and you never knew what you were going to find, and I just loved that. This game made me more distracted than most games. I would just see something cool off into the distance, and I would just have to go there. And the fact that I could just go there blew my mind. Climbing mountains, just like, you know, crossing rivers, whatever. You were able to do it, and I absolutely love this game for it. You know, exploration, you're finding all kinds of stuff that you never knew was there. You know, people say this game was barren in spots. Not really. There was stuff kind of everywhere, but maybe you didn't know that something was there. Just an absolute fantastic game. I could not stop playing this to the point where I played it probably about 5 times all the way through. I never did quite get all those damn Korok seeds. I think I kind of quit around like 650 something, just because there's so many, and I couldn't remember which ones I got, and there's just so many of them, and they're absolutely just everywhere in spots you wouldn't even think. Some people didn't like the weapons breaking. I got, you know, kind of at first, I wasn't a huge fan of it, but then once you get later in the game and you have so many weapon slots from collecting those seeds, that really doesn't matter because you have all the best weapons in the game anyway. So it's like if they break, you just switch to another great one and it lasts way longer and does so much more damage that it really didn't bother me at a certain point. I also had to get this DLC, and it added a lot extra in my opinion. I thought what they added was excellent, and they also added the master mode, which once I started playing in master mode, I could never go back because I needed that challenge because I had played this, you know, enough that playing it on normal just became way too easy for me. So the fact that they added that master mode was just absolutely excellent. You know, the fact that the bosses or any of the, you know, any of the enemies, if you're not constantly killing them, their energy just comes back. And man, that is a game changer, especially on the Blight Ganons or the Lionels. Wow, do they become a lot harder. But such an amazing game, had to definitely be on this list. And another one that had to be on this list, basically when I played the Demon Souls remake and played through it so many times, I just wanted more. More of that. And man, did From Software deliver when they released Elden Ring. Elden Ring is definitely what the doctor ordered. Man, do I love this game. This is kind of like the Legend of Zelda, the dark Legend of Zelda that I've always wanted. And man, this is like that Demon Souls remake where I wanted more. This game was that and delivered 100%. There's so much to do in this game. The world is absolutely just packed with stuff. Seems absolutely massive too, but like, you know, I still want more. After doing basically everything I could do in this game other than using different characters and that kind of stuff, I had platinum this game and kept playing. It's just so much damn fun. There's so many bosses. I beat every one of them, most of them multiple times. There's just a lot going on here. There's definitely tons and tons of secrets around every freaking corner of this game, or a boss, you know, maybe one you didn't see before, a harder version of one that you did play. So many damn weapons, and there's so many spells. I mean, there's just a lot here, and I couldn't stop until I got all of the faith weapons and spells and magic and just everything, all the weapons, whatever, all the Ashes of War, which gives this game so much replayability. Even if you have 100%ed it, you can do playthroughs with just different builds and stuff. You know, just the fact that playing as a character with a different build totally changes this game. And that's what's so amazing, you know, with this. I cannot wait for some DLC for this game. Man, what a winner right here. Had to be on the list. In my opinion, this is going to be the game of the year, pretty much hands down. I don't think nothing that's out this year is going to be able to compete with this, and I don't think there's anything coming out that's going to compete with it, you know. So yeah, had to be here. But the last one on this list is one that was the first like large game that I did 100%. And that is no other than The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time on the Nintendo 64. When this game came out, I was just absolutely blown away, which most of us were. I couldn't wait for this to come out. I had been reading magazine articles and stuff for years leading up to this game. And just seeing Link in screenshots in a 3D world fighting skeletons or whatever just blew my mind. So it would always get me hyped just seeing the couple pictures that were leaked out or put in like a Nintendo Power, that I could not wait for this and I'd be so excited. So when this dropped day one, I had to pick it up, and this game delivered. I could not stop playing this. I remember when I beat this game, I actually got sad because I didn't want it to end. So much I winded up 100%ing it, getting all the gold Skulltulas and heart containers. And you know, back in those days, I didn't really spend that much time into a game, so I just couldn't get enough. So once I did do all that, I had to restart it and play through it again. It was that damn good. There was nothing like it, and I remember thinking, wow, how are they going to make games that are better than this? Because it just had the story, it had at the time that like graphics and gameplay that were just like pretty much better than everything else, on a whole nother level. And man, was I wrong? Because man, they put out some awesome games since then, that's for damn sure. But yeah, an absolute classic, and had to be the one that I put as basically the number one, because this was the first one for me that I played all the way through that was a larger game. Because there was other ones, say like the original Zelda, Zelda 2, stuff like that, Mario 64, but man, this one here really grabbed me to the point where I had to 100% it multiple times, and have played it many times since this game came out, on many different consoles, handhelds, all that kind of stuff. So Zelda Ocarina of Time definitely had to be here for myself. But yeah, guys, those are the games that I just couldn't stop playing. I absolutely love them, and we'll be playing them more in the future. Now, this challenge I have to pass on to other people. Definitely hard to come up with 5, because I know a lot of my friends had already kind of been picked. I do want to definitely pass this on to my buddy Retro Obsessed. Yo, Tom, great dude. I would love to see the games that he got sucked into. Other than that, I'm having a hard time thinking of different channels and stuff that you know, would maybe make this video. So I'm gonna leave it open to anybody that wants to put out one of these videos. I'd love for somebody to, you know, let me know, like, hey, I'm going to make a you know, a reply to this video or whatever, and I will link it in the description of this video, or bring it up in another video for people to check that out. But thanks again, Matt from the channel Chillscissors, for asking me to be a part of this. Such an excellent community. But that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Till next time.